Apple is going to roll out their own extended ad network. I have zero proof of this. This is just my opinion. Here's what's funny though is, and I'm not the only one saying this, by the way. This has been kind of the conspiracy theory for quite some time, and then the fires were stoked by the iOS 14 update where Apple took out Facebook single-handedly in one button, effectively, one radio button. So a lot of marketers have been running around being like, oh, I bet you they'd open their own ad network, and I've been one of the people that have thought that. And what's interesting is I have a friend who knows people who would know. And what he told me is, he's like, nope, talk to him. The official story is we have zero interest in opening an ad network, and it's all, privacy concerns. We're championing privacy, and that's it. And that is what convinced me. The minute there's an official statement like that, I'm just like, yep, you guys are liars. Don't believe a word you're saying. Apple, so there's already Apple search ads. Apple already has ads for the Apple App Store. This isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Apple opening an extended ad network that competes with Google ads, Facebook ads, etc. And the reason this would be so interesting is because first of all, it's a master stroke if this ends up being the case, because what Apple did is effectively take out their second biggest competitor before they ever even entered the ecosystem. And I mean, gosh, they didn't just bat them down. They cut them off at the knees. It's unfreaking believable. And Apple, and actually, let me dive into something here just real quick. So there's Apple search ads. What's really interesting is if you go to ads.apple.com, I wondered why it's not search ads. I'm like, why are they reserving ads.apple.com for something? And it looks like it's the Chinese version of just their app ads. But it is curious to me that this URL is being reserved, in as much as that's worth anything. Apple's ad network is the biggest beneficiary of Apple's new marketing rules, of course. So Apple has kind of been in a position where it's pushing its own traffic, which is not unusual or even really indictable. It's like, yeah, okay, fine. They're playing the business game. This was a really interesting article, though, that I found in preparation for this video by Casey Sarin, How Apple Could Build the World's Greatest Ad Network. And it's really worth the read. The thing that stuck out to me, though, is Apple could plug this ad product into all social networks, allowing brands to run their best creative assets on 1 billion devices. That was something I hadn't ever thought of. Apple could actually usurp other people's traffic in a brilliant way. So you're thinking about it. You're rolling through, whatever it is, name your app, but Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. The device through which you're viewing those social networks has control of what it is that you see. And so their ability to overlay an ad on top of what you're seeing is limitless, effectively. And so they take advantage of all the same triggers and catalysts that the social channel would have. Meaning, you're looking at content about puppies, or dogs or whatever. I'm going to put dog food in front of you. Or you're looking at Hawaiian travel. I'm going to put an airline in front of you. So they have all of the same capabilities without the infrastructure costs or even the necessity of getting you into their app. It doesn't matter what app you're in. If you're on an iOS device, they can push ads in front of you. I have more opinions on this in just a second, but I learned something here. I learned something that, where did it go? Here we go. Apple's tortured history with advertising. So apparently, Steve Jobs said, mobile ads suck, and he created his own ad network called iAds. I had no idea if this was the case. 2010, it's so funny. Jobs rolled out his own ad network, and what's funny is brands didn't want to invest in mobile-only ads, which is hysterical, obviously, now. But so I Google it, what were Apple iAds, and it's a discontinued advertising platform developed by Apple, allowing third-party developers to directly embed advertisements into their applications. And this was discontinued in 2016, so it looks like it rolled out in 2010, discontinued in 2016. That might be the only thing we need to know here, is they've done it before, and more importantly, we're ahead of the curve, right? They were too early to market, which just shows how freaking smart that guy is. And I don't mean to go beat the Steve Jobs drum, but come on. I mean, we can all be in a position where it's like, yeah, he was a freaking genius, real deal. And if Apple rolled out their own ad network, the other thing that really excites me about it too, and I can't believe that I'm saying this, y'all, I have a Google Ads agency. We've been Google Ads specific for like 5 years or something. I've refused to open up every single ad channel, period. I've had clients literally beg. I'm being mildly facetious. They're not on their knees or anything, but they're like, please, dude, let us write one check. We know y'all are cracking the code. We know you're really good at it. We've done millions in Facebook ad spend. We're the ones that fixed the Facebook iOS issue. So I know I could open up Facebook. I know I could. I know I could open up right now today, especially with the bloodbath that is Facebook. I could open up TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, and we could double the size of our agency. The problem is I couldn't do that and be the best at all of them. And there's so many issues with scalability and our processes, and it makes all the sense in the world if we really want to maintain our prowess. I want to stay niched down in Google. That said, and I'm making that point to make this point, I'd open up Apple Ads. I would expand into that ecosystem because they would be unparalleled. Apple's ability to make things native. Think about that for a minute. Think about. I use an Android phone. This is a Samsung Note 20. What is this? Yeah, it's. I don't like Apple device. I do. I like the way that they function. I understand the seamlessness of an Apple experience. I have philosophical issues with the way that Apple functions. And so my dollar is my vote, and I choose to vote for open source technology in as much as that's possible. But all of that said, they're a joy to work with. Every time I've got a MacBook Air that I travel with, and every time I'm on it, I hate how much I love the damn thing. And Apple's ability to make everything native, it's unparalleled. Truly. There is no parallel. There is nobody else that can do what Apple can do. Imagine the ad experience. Because right now, all ad experiences are, I give you a frame, and you give me a picture to put in that frame. And that's it. That's the online digital ad experience summarized. Now, I realize they're getting a little bit more sophisticated, right? With responsive ads, it's like, oh, I give you a frame and you give me pictures and they resize into the frame. It doesn't matter. It's all the same crap. Imagine the Apple ad experience. You'd get down, and I'm just going to make a bunch of stuff up right now, okay? But imagine like there's a button with the star of your favorite show's face and is offering up a thumbs up, and that's how you confirm something. Like subtle, nuanced, subliminal advertising that you don't even realize is there or exists. Apple could bring ads and marketing woven into the way that you compute, and that ability to bring ads native, and maybe that's not the way to say it, the ability to intertwine ads into the function of an application without breaking or interrupting the usability of that application. Because right now, ads it's interrupter marketing. Imagine Apple's ability to kind of really integrate the ad experience with the usage experience, connect those things, make them synonymous. You're actually it's accelerating the process. Oh my God. You know what I just thought of? Sorry, Loom crashed right as I was having my epiphany. Great timing. So here's what I thought of. Apple, if it went native with its ads, it could actually overlay ads on Google searches. So Google is the default search engine for Apple, A. B, if you didn't know this, Google pays billions. I think it's $5 billion. Don't quote me on that, but it's something significant. It's like tax relevant amount of money to be the default search because they know how valuable Apple users are. And yet, because Google is a frame within a frame, and Apple owns the primary frame, Apple could position its own ads and prioritize those ads over Google ads in a search ecosystem or shopping ecosystem or display ecosystem. Y'all, it just could be huge. And it makes, I don't buy that they're not going to do it. So all I want to do is I want to shoot this video so I have the opportunity to be like, boom, I told you so when this happens. And if it never happens, there's no repercussions to me in making prognosticative statements. Isn't that sad? I don't have to be right. As a matter of fact, I'd be wrong 99% of the time and right once. And then I get to that's the video that I'm going to be like, oh, you see, look how smart I am. That's why nobody should listen to YouTube Thought Leaders ever, because we're just talking to talk. I just need to create content. So here I am peddling BS. But I believe it, and I hope you know that. And I actually think it could be relevant and helpful to you, because if Apple rolls out their ad product, you should be a first mover. Like, that is one of those things that we should jump right into. And like I said, I haven't opened up any other ad network ever. I don't know if I can say I never will. But we need to be a larger agency. I don't want to have like a director of every individual network. That would be the prerequisite. That's the only way I think an agency could do it, is if there was a human, like my business partner, John Moran, is the smartest Google Ads guy in the world, period. I'd need a John Moran for every single ad network. And if Apple opens up Apple Ads, then bet money we're going to go get one, and I'm going to be knee deep in that damn thing, because I just think it's so enticing. Like, how exciting would that be? And I hate Apple. It's funny that I'd even say that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know we actually know what we're doing. We shoot a video every single day, so if you want to be notified, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any input, don't hesitate to hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We get very little human interaction. Thanks for supporting our channel, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.